who are joining us, Amitabh Tiwari, Sajjan Kumar. Sajjan Kumar, beginning with you, I have tried to decode it, keeping in mind the Lok Sabha polls, but of course, caste, class, everything is at play here.
Yeah, I mean, 2024 is one of the marker, but it's not the central marker because we know that in 2024, the face is settled in the party and also among the voters, that is Prime Minister Modi. This move of springing a surprise, rather a pleasant surprise, seems to have a pattern. One, to create a second line of leadership. Two, that second line of leadership has a relative advantage of the state. Like remember, Vasundhara ji or Shivraj Singh Chauhan and others, even Raman Singh, they were also relatively lightweight when they were projected by the party, and then they became the regional satraps, and they had an inning of almost 2 decades. So this also may be one of the things that a new profile of the leadership who have an advantage of the age. 3, it also sends a message among the cadres, workers, and the supporters that everyone has a fair chance. Anyone could, even the first timers, if they have an organizational background, they can acquire the top post, no hierarchy. And most importantly, finally, what is most pleasant factor here, that you see the pattern is that while there is significant representation to the disadvantaged and subaltern communities, be it tribals, be it Dalits, be it OBCs, it doesn't alienate anyone. Even upper castes are there. So if you have a Brahmin CM, you have a Dalit deputy CM. If you have a tribal CM in Chhattisgarh, you have a Brahmin and a OBC deputy CM. If you have a OBC CM in Madhya Pradesh, you have a deputy CM belonging to the upper caste. So that way, it is not emphasizing that it has to be an OBC-centric discourse, or it has to be a tribal-dominated discourse. What it is doing, and something which is very significant, that at least in political and social arena, it is collapsing the hierarchical and vertical division among different caste and community. It is sending a message that anyone could acquire the top post, and others, without caring for their seniority,
and
others
a first
will work
time
with
MLA
them.
can get the top post. That is the message that is coming in. But he has to be a man of organization, Amitabh Tiwari. That's also a message. That ABVP background is, almost like the X factor working in advantage for many of them. But, Prime Minister Modi, when he addressed the Karyakartas from the BJP headquarters, he has spoken about 4 categories. And he had also spoken about the women. Women have played a significant role in these elections in ensuring that the BJP wins these 3 states. But as far as the political representation is concerned, there is only one, that is Diya Kumari, and that too a deputy chief minister.
Yeah, so even if we go by the formula of 1/3 and we have 3 CMs and 6 deputy CMs, then we should have had at least 3 CMs or deputy CMs from the women folk. So I would say that they have got a raw deal, of course, because the MP mandate is clearly a Mahila mandate in that sense. 10% more women would have voted for BJP in Madhya Pradesh, 50% versus 40%, whereas in other places also they have played a crucial role. Now coming to the aspect of balancing of various caste groups. Now say the Brahmins have been traditional backers of the party since the days of it had 2 MPs. And in the past 3 decades, and more so in the Modi era, there has been some disillusionment among the community that the party has become OBC-fied. Large states are going to OBCs in terms of the top positions. So it has rewarded one of its most loyal
vote banks,
voters, and it is likely to have also an impact in the entire Hindi belt, or the Hindi Patti as it is called, because they may be 8%, 10%, 12% in different states, but they are an influential community. The Brahmin or the Pujari in the rural areas does play a role, galvanizing the community members from different caste groups, and also a signal to the SC/ST community, which has 132 seats in Lok Sabha, almost 1/4.
That's right.
And BJP had won almost 80 of them in 2019, 79, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
And Sajjan Kumar, we are looking at a very interesting factor here. in Madhya Pradesh, the Yadav who is chosen, they are not really a dominant force among the OBCs. Similarly, it's almost like a Kurmi caste, just 6% in comparison to Bihar. I'm trying to make that comparison because you have a Kurmi chief minister in Nitish Kumar who comes from just 6% vote block. Here you have a similar case, and again in the case of Mr. Sharma, that is again not a dominant caste. But in Chhattisgarh, you have chosen a chief minister. I mean, the BJP has chosen a chief minister who is from a dominant caste. Why this difference?
If you see, this is in terms of, we need to understand this in terms of an optics, which is for national optics, and keeping the specific context of the state. In Chhattisgarh, Ajit Jogi claims that he was the first ST chief minister, but on the ground we know that he was more popular among the Satnami Dalits. Among the tribals, he has no resonance, and his tribal status underwent a legal challenge. This is one. So, and when tribals, in spite of a very lackadaisical and very weak performance by the state leadership, state BJP leadership in the last 5 years, yet it rewarded BJP. It was but natural for the party to score the point that not only a position of the president of India, but also a first tribal chief minister. In the case of Madhya Pradesh, it has to be an OBC because you are replacing a very popular, he was considered to be a baggage, but everyone knows that he became the X factor, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. So it
but
would
you have a Yadav named OBC. Of course, the state has seen OBCs. They have seen in Babulal God and also in Uma Bharti, but you have a Yadav named chief minister, that kind.
Let me give some background. In Madhya Pradesh, unlike UP and Bihar, there is no OBC which crosses the, numerical strength of 5 to 7%.
That's right.
And that is why any caste you choose would be into that bracket. Two, the aspiration of Yadavs during the phase of Mandal, when Bihar and UP were led by Yadav leadership, they became the subaltern leaders. In UP, in Congress also, if you remember, when Digvijay Singh was the claimant after Arjun Singh, one of the strongest claimant was Subhash Yadav, But that time, Madhya Pradesh did not witness the kind of mandalization, and that gap was filled when BJP fielded Uma Bharti, a woman, a Hindutva firebrand, and an OBC,
Okay.
But here there's something more, BJP, and this is the last point. When they are fielding a Yadav, one, they are securing the optics of OBC and subaltern in Madhya Pradesh, but they are also sending a message in neighboring state, UP and also in Bihar, because there is one new generation of Yadavs who are numerically very significant, who have not witnessed the experience of Mandal. They do not have an emotional connect to the Mandal moment that no Yadav leadership outside the fold of RJD and Samajwadi Party would be acceptable. Yes. BJP experimented in Bihar. Nand Kishore Yadav was there, Ram Kripal Yadav is there, Hukumdev Narayan Yadav is there. But now, giving CM post in Madhya Pradesh
to a Mohan Yadav.
One move, they are scoring it. Yes. So that way, the new generation of Yadavs, remember in Lok Sabha already there is a...
It will be about that reminder of that name. Mohan Yadav is a chief minister in Madhya Pradesh. Thank you so much, Amitabh Tiwari, Sajjan Kumar. Of course, we'll continue to decode this story because it's really, really fascinating how these three names have come up.